Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear, and welcome to Falskallan Nights. It has been a month and a half, and I've missed y'all. Hopefully, you've missed the story as well. But I can't. I am nervous as fuck because I'm out of my game. But let's just jump right back into it. But before we do, let's do a couple of announcements. First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsor, D&D Beyond, for supplying us with the programs and whatnot for all of us to have our character sheets all combined into one campaign. Without it, it'd make my life a living hell. Or at least my players. Which then would be my living hell. Because let's just face it. The DM's not at the top of the pyramid, it's at the bottom, because all shit runs to the DM. There is our resident game master, Heath, the guy who owns Dire Bear, will be at RPG Con May 20th to May 22nd. But speaking of Heath, I want to congratulate Heath to proposing to his now fiance and buying a home. So with that, we're super proud of him. Heath, I love you. Mina Rako Sonsinova. But we've also had a little bit of a couple updates. We have a couple of new characters, and now, with that, we also have an intro video done by our own resident, Otter. Modman, Dire Bear aficionado. But with that, let's get into it. Roll the tape! Man, I've seen that a couple of times already, and honestly, we gotta thank Otter for putting in the hard work doing that, and he's been busting his nuts doing all this stuff. But I also want to thank Nereus for doing all the character portraits. But let's do this. Welcome to Falskallan Nights, Season 2, Autumn's Prevailing Winds. Time has moved on since the attack of the capital city of Anver and Menestad, the main food supplier of Falskallan, and many small settlements. The Axis, known as the Colors, are the leading parliamentary group that decided to send out investigations to find out how these attacks were orchestrated. There had also been signs of students going missing. One of them was Ensi, beloved friend of Halsterian and Howard. Missing for years without a trace, had finally shown up during the attack in Anver against the Axis. Having confronted the group, them, the hunters of evil and monsters, while they were protecting Alabel Snipper, the leader of the Soul Weavers Consortium. He took a locket that was left behind, that was in the possession of Halsterian, and promptly left the battle, without a trace. It is now autumn in Falskalla. Food stores have been prepped. The air is starting to turn colder and colder. The time of seasonal decay and hibernation is upon you all. But it is also the time that brings people together. The solemn Lilacs Harvest Festival is around the corner. But with the season of change in the air brings hesitancy as well. There's been very little movement with the cult of Lai Sharas, and since their last attack on Anver the months prior. But there was even less information on why the White Hand had revealed themselves at the same time, an old orcish horde that lay dormant. So, Team Them, during these last 3 months, what have you been up to? So,
I've been rather paranoid, making sure we're hard to track. Not being creeped on by NC, and also annoying the hell out of him when I can, because no sending now.
I would like you to make an intelligence check with advantage. Actually, Arcana check with advantage, because you'll more than likely have Howard with you while doing all this. First roll of the season.
What is with advantage? There it is. First roll is a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
With the help of Howard and a couple of people from the academy, you come to the realization that blocking scrying and any sort of divination magic is not per se difficult, but an expensive endeavor. And it does take time to procure a lot of the objects and things that would help you keep yourself blocked from any sort of scrying or divination magics. It would take you a good couple of months before everything was procured.
Indeed.
But that's all right. During these times, you would get a message. Just every once in a while, and it'd just be like, you know, it's not personal, right?
You weren't supposed to hear that. One moment.
I didn't hear much. At least on my end. Howard?
Let's see if I can remember all the things, because I already know I can't. Looking into what I can with Halsterian, of course, and messing with NC.
And messing with NC.
Playing a bit more with magic, and hesitantly getting back into sparring with Spleen because I've been away from it for too long, much to my dismay.
You spend your days doing the investigations that you need to do. You're still looking into the students with Halsterian and Spleen. Although nerd stuff, Spleen never understood it.
I don't care to understand.
But overall, you... How do I put this? Through your months of investigation, and also with your work with Halsterian... God damn it!
You're welcome.
I hate you both for having those names.
Howard.
God, I feel like my mom. New season, who dis? You recognize that through investigations that the ability to block divination and everything that goes around with it is hard, but very much doable. And any attempt to try and find any of the students have come with failure after failure. You try and get the higher level seers to do specific divinations on specific students, but ultimately, still no avail. Whoever is hiding these kids or students is doing a damn good job at doing it. Further investigations into Elisha Ress had yielded nothing. They'd seemed to have moved away from any of the cities. There had been no recent attacks whatsoever. No movement, no nothing, just an air of fear. But with this, Violet Fury had invoked martial law in the Menestad. Anvers is a special place because he has direct control over the Crown's guards, but Menestad has been left with martial law. Spleen.
Hey. What's up? Okay. Other than helping, Howard try to get his bearings and how to take a hit and avoid a hit, I've been actually trying to, hone in and do, some spiritual journey, which is stupid but kind of necessary since I've been meeting some friends along the way. I go out into the forest as I usually was before in the past. And I want to go visit my ghost girlfriend in the woods. My boo. I want to see how she's doing. I haven't seen her in a long time. I've been thinking about her.
So you're gonna go back to Menestad throughout these months.
Yeah. In the beginning, I helped Howard, and then, to add to that, I wanted to try to reach out. Get his name again.
Delvin Clevis.
Yeah, and Gilvin, Clevis, and Sabric, if I can.
Roger
To get
that.
any sort of information about the orc involvement. Since we used to have ties to that. So if they have anything, they may not accept such claims from me, since I left them in a sour fit. But if they don't help, it's not my problem. It was worth a try. I will go see my girlfriend.
You go see your girlfriend. All right. This is how this is gonna work here. The way I envision it is, you guys for the first couple months are gonna stay in Anver. You're gonna do what you have to do with the students, under the orders of Attenuate Kobold and everybody else who's a part of it. But you'll get one of these days, man, you can tell I'm totally nervous.
Got this, we're here.
We got this. Breathe it in, breathe it out.
Oh.
You guys are waiting in the guild hall. In comes Attenuate Kobold with... Wow. I have lost the name. With Shifting Amber.
Shy boy.
Yep. We're starting off strong here. I have a special mission for all of you. You've been working with me for the last couple months, and I need people I can trust. Shifting Ember here has vouched for you. And since you had protected Annabelle, honestly, I tend to believe him. This old man in his 80s wearing Academy blues, but to the nth degree, absolute perfect embroidery, spell books at his side. He walks with a confidence. That's about it. But beside him is about an early 20s, late teens furball. Giant kid, but with just a poofy fro and just a tuft of hair right on his chin. He's kind of slouching. I mean, for a furball, he's actually kind of small. Kind of wearing his armors in his orange. That go in his orange armors. Yeah, I know. I totally just really wanted to see you guys work on something different. This might actually be might be good for you. Continue. Cobalt looks up at him. All right, let me do the talking. We need you guys to go to Menestad.
See.
For
Cool. Why?
I want you to go search the archives. We've been trying to find things on Lysaras here, but honestly, we haven't found anything. We had our two archivists there, Elris and Jarok, but they had found a couple of things. I think a name had come up, Felug something? Felstorm, I believe.
yeah.
You have
I feel like you
I've heard
guys
that
might
name.
find better use of your time out there.
Yeah, probably.
Anything
That
I-
name's familiar.
Yes, and I'm sure the change of pace will be a welcome change to, well, metaphorically hitting our faces against the wall over and over.
I mean, I'm sure Spleen would love to see Jarok again. And NC
No.
will not love to see Spleen again.
I don't see any of them because they're usually in a place that I hate being at. And I got my own things to be doing. It sounds like your kind of thing. Right, yeah.
But what if you see them outside of that place?
I just don't know how I can contribute to the group.
As you guys keep arguing, Shifting Amber pipes in. Also, Violet Fury's orders have come down the line, and we're actually going to be combining forces with both the Tailor's Shop and Soul Weaver's Consortium.
To what end?
A lot of the guild members will actually have multiple people from different groups in their team.
Oh,
This is to ensure protection. Make sure everybody is okay.
that makes sense.
We've been
Also-
losing more people the last couple of months, and we want to secure our assets.
Makes sense.
Tenua Coldwell looks up. Yes, and with that, you'll meet your correspondent in Menestad. She might take a couple of months to get there, but it's okay. I meant weeks.
So this correspondent, like, how do we know? What if we're like not in the right place and they meet somewhere and we're not there?
I will send her to the guild office in Menestad. She'll be waiting for you there one of these days.
What's she look like?
Sorry, he.
What does he look like?
That won't stop Spleen.
You'll know. I would like for you guys to pack immediately and be on your way.
Okay.
Wow, kicking us out so soon.
I mean, technically, we have a home there too, Spleen.
True.
I mean, if she hasn't kicked us out yet, yes.
That's true.
She wouldn't dare.
You
yes,
guys.
well, she wouldn't be the only one kicking.
Hey, I check on her on occasion now that we can check on her with relative ease.
You guys keep on talking, but go to your room. You start packing your things, and you start making the 2-week walk to Menestad. It's going to be a long journey, but you guys have traveled far. Mogenthau.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bloknesvik, the swamplands of Falskallan. You've been here for the last 4 months. You've been part of a research group that's had to try and find King's Head mushrooms to try and deal with this Troll's Bane. I wouldn't say epidemic, but this disease that has been running its course and that doesn't have any foreseeable cure. Part of a group that is part of the research team. You're more or less frontline. You're like a forward operations medic. That is what you were during the war, and that is what you've continued to do. You've dealt with more immediate needs instead of researching purposes. But you've also been a part with the Falskallan military, the army. They've been hearing about Lyshara's activity within the swamp itself. So they've set up camp with the Soul Weavers Consortium, the group that you were a part of. And in turn have done a tandem base while they go out and try and search. You guys do the same thing. You've met a lot of resistance, but surrounded by bayous and heightened banks, the hodgepodge camp that was hastily put together, being mostly recent of the compound setups, had been tried to put a little bit forward to where the Lyshara's positions were. It seems to be that they're doing a lot of hit and run techniques, guerrilla warfare. They're hard to pin down, and with the swamp, it is difficult terrain on the best of days. But the overgrown sycamores and oaks canopy over the camp. The smell of the crisp autumn air is filling the night, and there's a sense of tiredness from the constant movement. And it's been months of this, with little to no progress made. Finding King's Head mushrooms have been easy, but there seems to be no real connection between the mushroom itself and the disease. You've heard this information down the line from Alabelle herself, that this is what has happened. It is in the middle of the night. Everybody is kind of just sitting by fires, watching, enjoying the air as much as they can, hearing the crickets and all the wildlife around, and creating their nighttime cacophonies. As you're sitting there by the fire warming up, a warforged comes up towards you, bearing a couple of letters. Decca, if you'd like to
Hi.
introduce yourself.
You see a warforged wearing like a round hat, and from a cape, a very nice cape, and a little wand at the side, and a couple of rapiers and a short swords and a bunch of little weapons. And he greets you. Query, Morgenthau, is it?
Oh no.
Morgenthau, describe yourself.
Morgenthau is a high elf with shaggy brown hair and kind of a jacket, and I'm bad at descriptions.
Just take a look at the picture.
Yeah.
This warforged like pulls up to you and is like, Query, Morgenthau, correct?
Yes, howdy partner, how might I help you?
Amused. Not what I expected. I have these parchments for you. And he
Alright.
like pulls them out of his pack and hands them out. Very like robotic frame. It's a little hard to pull them out of the hand, and he like, oh, pardon me, and he like depresses the squeeze he has on them.
Morgenthau accepts them and opens one and starts reading.
As you receive one of the parchments, it is very fine paper, but it's also tied with a bow and a wax seal on it. And you look at it, and it's Alabel's personal seal.
That's important. Alrighty.
You open it up. You start reading it, and you realize, oh, this is orders. This is marching orders direct from her herself. She's saying that you are going to be repurposed and going to be a part of the Violet Fury's new initiative to keep everybody more consolidated and informed with themselves. And that you were going to have to report to Menestad, which is a far distance.
Man, that's a long walk. I'm gonna need to put on my good boots.
But you still keep reading, and you realize, oh, you're also going to have to go up to Onver first, which is on the way, to go meet Alabel and do a mission report.
All right, I best be on the road then.
Yep. And and Eckhard.
Yes.
You have your marching orders as well. You had received them earlier that day with the mail bundle that came in. Your orders were to report to Violet Fury himself in Onver.
Query, Morgenthau.
Yes.
We are going in the same direction. Perhaps we move together.
Heck dang, that would be grateful. That would be amazing. Let's do that.
As you guys are talking, you see a dwarf, very large beard, like very large orange beard, but shaved bald head, walking in his blacks. He starts coming up. Eckhard, where have you been?
Yes.
As you look over and you notice that it's one of your scouting buddies, Ural.
Surprised, Ural?
Hey, Yeah, I know. I'm here. Still. It sucks. I hate it. It's getting crazy.
Affirmative. Yes, it sucks.
What have you been? What have you been doing?
The heavy work, as it were. The
You've
checking my
been dealing with
notes.
admin. Ugh. Lord.
Yeah. Affirmative, and he nods his head.
Yeah, Colonel Brocken is a fucking prick. I hate that guy.
Quietly, Eckhart's like writing a note in his memory banks.
Yeah. I mean, the commander's not too good. It's not that bad looking as well. But I don't know. She still says stick up her ass. Whatever.
Eckhart
Still.
shrugs. I
Eh,
have no horse in this race.
I-
That's the correct proper term. It's been a while, right?
Wow.
No! It's in my head. It's gonna get in there. Make you stay out of there.
Never. Hey, well, you're dealing with admin. I'm dealing with the friggin' swamp creatures. I tell you, my team is good, but we're not that. We can't deal with all the rough terrain, let alone the trolls. I lost 2 people last week. It's not fun.
Doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, but thanks to old Moog over there, he's been helping me out pretty good. By the way, you fixed my shoulder pretty good. I really enjoy that. I can start swinging things better.
Some of my better work, if I might say.
That's why I like you. Well, I'm going for a drink. You ever want to partake? Sorry, Eckert. Didn't mean that.
I would love to, but I am also leaving on short notice with our robotic friend here. Sorry, what was the name again? I don't think I caught it, and I do not want to be disrespectful.
The name is
Okay.
Euro.
Oh.
Oh, you thought you were talking to... Who are you talking to?
Both,
Yeah,
now that I think about it better.
Eckhart does the thing where he has where like Ural's talking about getting a drink, and like he has his like finger up like I don't, and then he's like, oh. and then he's like he extends a hand towards Morgenthau, beaming. My name is Eckhart.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Morgenthau Tiberius Eugene Montgomery.
You just
I'm gonna
see
need more
Euro
parchment.
As you guys are talking, all you hear is a stumbling in the background.
A rapier and a wand come out at all at the same time.
Eckhart, you immediately you do that. Everything at the ready. Blades singing and shining, ready to go.
Uh-huh.
And you recognize, oh, it's just Bryony. Sorry, guys. She just stuffs a pastry in her face. No,
Concerned, Briny, please do not do that.
I can't help it. I just really like pastries. She's still shoving it in. Did you guys get a letter or something? Eckhart, you're also holding a letter for Bryony.
I feel like Eckhart went to go get the wand and like got a scroll instead. And he's like, affirmative. And he like extends it to Briny.
Huh. She looks it over. She looks it open, rips it. Eckhart, you notice the seal. It's Crimson's Pride's personal seal.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Pride being the guild leader.
Yes.
And she just looks up, starry-eyed, holds it to her chest, turns around, just kind of floats away.
Guessing it's good news then.
Very good news.
By the way, Olivia, I have a card for you.
Eckhart, like as Byroni's doing this, Eckhart like tilts his head towards her, like, query, what is the meaning of this?
Are you talking to me or
Byroni.
Oh, Brian Byroni.
Baloney.
In my Baroni.
Bryony. I had to
Bryony.
think about it for a second. my brain's just doing like Arrow 404. Like
Sorry, I won't intentionally mess up a name again. Continue.
Byroni. Hey, Byroni.
But yeah, he head tilts and looks her way and is like, what is the meaning of this?
She was already like kind of just walking off. And she's kind of wearing her linens, but with woolens on top and long flowing sleeved green dress. She's kind of just spinning around, walking back to her tent. You get the feeling that she's kind of in her own world.
Concern, she's not dressed for combat.
Ural looks up. Well, if you're gonna have to get packing, you better do it quick. There's probably a caravan leaving in the morning.
Eckhart nods and looks towards Morgenthau.
Welcome now. Eckhart,
Yes.
it was a pleasure. I'm going to drink.
Have a good one, my friend.
Eckhart nods.
You guys go to your tents. You pack up all of your belongings, and in the morning, you meet up with Colonel Brocken Alslevs and Commander Bianca Becker. They meet you right as the caravan, and they meet with everybody. I just think that this is bullshit. I actually liked you, but whatever. Fury's gotta stick up his ass, and I have to follow his orders. Bianca just turns, and she's you see a half elf. She's fairly like young, but with a blonde, tight updo ponytail. You see her walking with just a stride. I don't like it either, but either way. Eckhart?
Hmm?
She hands you a card. This is our report for Violet Fury. Make sure he gets that. Okay?
Affirmative, and Eckhart nods.
The colonel just looks over at you. Don't fuck it up, boy.
Proud. Eckhart is incapable of, what was it, fucking it up.
He just looks at you. Bogathau.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck losing you too.
It was a pleasure working under you, sir.
At ease, soldier. At ease. Do your thing. I'll see you on the other side. All right?
Roger Dodger.
The bond between you and the Colonel, Loganthau, have gone down for years. Ever since you were both in the war together. He was a captain and you were first field officer. Medical division. And you've helped heal him a bunch of times and gained a rather close friendship. So
Don't forget to do your stretches.
He's giving you the deadpan stare, but he does that with everybody. But you know that when he does that with you, it's out of love. or more or less a mutual respect. Like, don't fucking tell me what to do. Fine. You guys both pack your things, join in on the caravan. A bunch of horses with supply crates. Most of them seem to be filled with king's head mushrooms. Other food supplies and storages. Others have documents and letters sent to loved ones. Being sent to loved ones. And just a bunch of horses and a bunch of soldiers. You guys go.
And we're off.
And you're off. Yimmer. Diamondback. Let me just get my notes. Cross-reference check.
That was aggressive.
Meanwhile,
You guys are standing in the middle of Kohihara, a war-torn and almost forgotten land. Kohihara had been recently sundered, but now being excavated for its magical treasure. Most of the heavier treasures have been locked away behind seals and hard locks. There hasn't been a lot of successes. There has been, but it's few and far between. The buildings are thatched and overgrown, scarred from the final battle that ended the War of the White Hand. The autumn in this part is particularly cold, feeling the air bite into the skin. It's not fun. The encampment is set up in a center square surrounded by buildings, most occupied by the excavation crew and their supplies. The surrounding wildlife is filled with goblinoid tribes, owlbears, griffins, very deadly and dangerous creatures. It is not smart to go out alone at night or to leave the city itself that has been long abandoned. Yimmer, you're sitting on one of the ramparts, looking out over the scenery as the sun is starting to set. You have been posted here for months on end. It's been a giant boring job, but it pays well. Zabrak had asked you personally to do this job. And you thought, well, he owed you a favor, but he still pays the job. He still pays the money for the jobs and whatnot. The cold air is still very crispy, and you're feeling it, but given that you're used to the cold, it's actually kind of refreshing. What you doing? What you thinking about?
just thinking about, just what's growing, what I could find, what might be waiting to be tasted and, I don't know, collected and all that fun stuff. It's been a while, but, it's nice to just stay here with my thoughts and my mushrooms and all this other creepy crawly stuff.
Through your explorations the last month, you've been able to find loops within your guarding where you've gone off into the recent nearby forests. And you're scrounging, you come up with a couple of mushrooms. One is red with white spots, a long thin stem.
Or is it white with red spots?
Well, it's red with white spots.
Oh,
The
that's
white
a key
spots
difference. It's something you always have to be careful of. Don't want to mix those ones up.
Yes.
Just like that one. So another collector.
Yeah. You know these ones as spotted carnus. They're not particularly poisonous whatsoever. A little bit of cooking, but they're fairly edible and actually quite delicious. Once cooked. Eating them raw just gives you a bad tummy ache. That's about it.
Not the worst thing, but I think it's worth the wait.
You're sitting on the rampart, just pondering, watching a beautiful sunset on the western sky. You hear footfalls come up behind you. Diamondback, please describe yourself. By the way, do the same thing, Yimmer.
So Diamondback is a rather tall, lean-looking half-elf, wearing a sort of long black duster underneath a well-traveled set of leather armor. He's got really nice mutton chops and sort of long, dark brown hair tied back in a ponytail. You can start to see there's streaks of gray starting to work their way into his hair. He's got a nice sort of cocky grin and a very nice hat that's got a band studded with silver coins.
And what you see sitting on the ramparts from behind, at least, kind of a dark brown greenish cloak, a rather nice one, very insulated for the weather, and very much like forest greens. As he kind of turns to look at you, you can see his big bushy brown beard with braids, and just as the sunset is kind of catching in line, just whiffs of his white beard hair and mustache hair just kind of glint in the sunlight as the sun sets. Yeah. Well, always good to have company. What brings you here, Diamondback?
It all happening. Figured I might as well spend it with somebody interesting. How's it been out here?
Oh, sun's still going down, just like it always does. Usually over there, but it's a little bit over there now. And he points a little bit over. But, yeah, that's just about it. Haven't seen much on the horizon. How about you?
Well, the tailors want to pay me to sit on my ass and sing songs all day. Who the hell am I to complain?
Exactly. At least they pay well, and that's what it's all worth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind getting back into a nice down bed again, but we do what we have to.
Yeah. I've slept worse places, that's for sure.
No, ain't that the truth?
As long as nothing going on, feel like a round 2, 3 dragon or what?
No, sure. I'm no good at it, but I always like making stories with the pictures I see on the cards.
That's why I never play you for money, partner.
As soon as you say the card game, what is it called?
3 dragon ante.
3 dragon ante. I'm gonna learn this thing eventually. You see a goblin just poke his head up. Hey, did you just say magic words?
What's
Sorry, what?
are you doing this?
You guys look back and you notice it's one of the other people from the tailor shop.
Oh, it's you. Oh, okay.
Yep,
Thought
right.
I ate a bad mushroom.
Yeah. Hey, what can I say? I like sneaking.
Very good at it. Very good.
Are you gonna cheat me out of my money this time?
If you're a dick, then yes, but if not, then we can have a nice, clean game.
For fuck's sakes, I did not take your socks. God damn it.
Well, somebody did, and they were really nice. They were the ones that only had 2 holes in them.
Well, did they look like these? And they lift up and he's wearing your socks.
Oh, for shit's sake. Okay, fine. Look, give me the damn sock. Actually, no, you know what? They smell like you now. Keep them.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll have a nice pair of second socks. Not my best ones, but you can certainly have them. No holes in these ones.
That's real nice of you, Yim. I don't think our feet are the same size.
And he kind of looks you up and down. Well, suppose not.
Roll for feet size.
Who's got
What
the
am I
teeny
rolling?
feet?
100?
Who has the giant feet?
for this.
Imagine Yimmer being like a clown, just like very stout but long. Large feet.
Very sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
Can't tip me over. 55.
You have 55 feet. There you go.
I rolled a 68 on the D100.
not a
Request
nice
to.
number.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, yeah, request to bump that up by 1.
You don't have the lucky feet. That's not going to work that way.
Yeah, I suppose there's a bit of a size difference, but, sometimes you need something to cover your feet, even if it's just the toes.
Well, yeah, that's true. What's the goblin's name, JT?
Mud.
Mud.
MUDD. Mud.
They'll start kind of like shuffling the cards and go, all right, Mud, well, you joining in or not?
Fine. Whatever. Let's do this. Kind of just points funny at you. I like you. You.
Oh, come on, I'm not that bad.
Oh, come on, Muddy. He's not too bad.
All right, Three Dragon Ante. How do we play this?
So basically, you decide if you want your character to roll persuasion, deception, or if you're trying to cheat, sleight of hand.
Give me a second. I just dropped some water.
Yep.
All over the keyboard.
No, not the keyboard.
And my notes.
Oh no, that's worse.
No.
Emergency.
You gotta put those on Google Docs, my dude.
No, they're all on Google Docs. I just print them off because I like a physical copy of things.
Okay.
Guys,
You do have
serious work.
There are backups. It's okay.
good.
It's just like drawings and doodles. Grocery list.
Storyboard.
My notes.
It says pickles. I don't understand.
There's a bunch of those S's where you draw 6 lines and connect lines.
the cool
No,
S.
my hard work.
Oh,
They made a chain all around the side of the page. It was perfect.
JT, that's not safe for Twitch.
Oh my.
I just saw that on the stream. That's not safe for Twitch.
And we officially moved to Patreon.
Go pitch that to Cap.
Okay. So, how does this work again?
So yeah, basically, if you're over something like this, you just do rollies, and you decide if you think your character has a good hand, you can roll persuasion to kind of, play as if, you really don't want to up your bet. If you think your character has a bad hand, you can roll deception to bluff, or if you want to, have an ace up your sleeve or deal from the bottom of the deck to yourself, you can roll sleight of hand to see if you get caught cheating.
Ooh. All right. So, D6s?
D20s.
How many?
Usually you got about 2 or 3 hands. Depending on how much time we want to spend on, maybe 3 or 4.
Well, so what is it? Just one for one hand?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so basically liar's dice.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going to roll deception to bluff you into losing on a bad one.
All right. And I'm going to make a roll. Better yet, don't choose. I guess you're going to have to tell me because at least I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But I guess in the meta sense, it makes sense. In the not meta sense, I'd be like, I just want to know what you rolled.
So that was a dirty 20 from me.
Ooh. Insight check.
Hey, you're
No.
welcome to roll.
No. It's we do the honor system here. That's all right. All right, so then he's gonna. I got this hand, and he shows you in his lower.
And managed to bluff my way into the one on that one, I guess, if you rolled lower. All right. Well, there we go.
All right, Ymir, you getting in?
Oh no, I'm just enjoying watching you two lose each other's money. Well, mostly you lose money. And normally it ends up coming to me at some point when we drink.
You got Mud and Diamondback go on for about 4 or 5 hands. And it's generally Mud getting his ass handed to him. And at the end of it, Mud lost about 20 gold worth of stuff. Diamondback is good at doing his thing.
Like I said, partner, you can keep the socks.
Yeah. And by this time, the sun is set, and the air is starting to get real cold. Mud just goes, "I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to the fires. I'll see you at the pit."
Yep.
Well, see you there. And I'll toss 5 gold over to Yimmer and go like, "Oh, thanks for being the good luck charm."
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. That and more support, doing what I can.
Yeah,
Well, what
thought
do you
that
think?
was my job.
Should we go back to the fire? It's getting a bit chilly out here.
Yeah, I suppose so. Must be a night's back home.
Yep.
You guys jump off the rampart and onto the walkway, heading down the set of stairs, taking your lefts and rights, going through the old town. It's there's still enough light in the air where you guys can still weave through. And you've been here for months. You know the city like the back of your hand. You remember, as you're walking through, you're reminiscing about a bunch of different encounters and times. There was once an owlbear that had come and wandered in. You guys had scared it off with a couple of the guards as well. But you also remember a constant figure just on the horizon. Never seeming to get closer, but never making any moves against people who would go out. He's always just there, watching.
Do you ever feel like somebody's watching you?
All the damn time, but even more with that going on.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about that guy. Or thing.
Make perception checks, the both of you.
All right. Am I good at those? Yeah, kind of.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, but
Plus.
exact opposite, nat 1.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm real caught up in sound of mysterious.
Yimmer, you have a sharper sense of vision. And through the months that you've been here, this person has always kept their distance. But you notice just gray skin, scars all over.
Does it remind me of any particular species or race or anything like that?
As far as you can tell, human,
Human?
but absolute gray skin, and I mean, when I say scars, I mean layers on layers of scars.
Can't quite tell, but looks like that bloke's been in a few battles and doesn't know how to dodge.
Well, how old do they look?
How old? You know what? It's hard to tell. Given your perception checks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm asking Yimmer.
Oh, well, I hard to tell. Like, bit leathery, bit sun-dried, might be a bit older.
Well,
Yeah.
And like you guys never really made a move to go closer, nor is this person.
Live and let live, that's kind of, I guess, what we're going to be doing?
That works for me. I mean, well, I was going to say, I don't know. Strictly speaking, Yim, are we getting paid enough to be heroes?
I'm not. That comes extra.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
You guys keep talking, and eventually you make it to the central pit. And you notice that everybody there is just kind of sitting, chatting away. You notice the excavators, some of the academy people who have been there. And yeah, the chef comes out. She's wielding a giant soup pot and puts it right on the cauldron right on one of the spigots. And it's more or less a communal serve, eat what you want sort of thing.
Yimmer kind of runs over holding up one of the mushrooms. Oh, put this in, it'll be great.
Oh, don't you fucking dare.
Oh, come on. We'll make everyone feel great.
The last time you did that, you gave everybody the shits.
Well, that was an honest mistake.
I don't care. Like I said, you come to me first before, not now.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm coming to you first before I put it in.
Fuck off. Well, get your food, then fuck off.
Fine. You'll have fun. There he goes back to Diamondback.
Yeah, great bedside manner, that one.
Yeah.
She's generally a very sweet woman, just not a Yimmer.
You ruin one soup and suddenly everything's all touchy.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't really sat right since that night, so I can understand, but, you know.
Nice.
I swear I have something else that will fix that. If you just take a little bit.
Oh, hell, I'll try anything once.
Okay. He reaches and pulls out like a little thing. It has like a little dried leaves in it. He takes it just a little bit and just puts it in the palm of your hand. Now, just lick that, hold it on your tongue, and it should be all good.
I mean, this ain't gonna make me wake up like halfway outside town with my clothes missing, will it?
Well, that won't make you do it. You do it yourself. But no, it's not one of those things. That's this one, which is a slightly bigger one and looks very similar to that one. But no, that's why I pull it in a different one. See, the bigger it is, the further away you run.
That is mildly disconcerting, but let's keep that for when this whole thing wraps up. And I'll just kind of do a nice little kind of lick and hold it on my tongue for a bit.
There you are.
It is a acrid taste. It's basically like Buckley's.
You want to swallow it?
Oh, sure. I just want to see you do it.
I spit it out.
It is effective, though. It just has to get on your tongue. Once it's there, what you do is up to you.
Ah, shit, they call me a con man.
Eh? Don't kid a kidder.
The night moves on. You guys are enjoying the company and around you. As you guys are sitting by the fire, it's this big giant pit that's being consistently fed with a bunch of wood and little bits of magic to kind of keep everything fueled and going throughout the day, especially in around these parts. It's she's getting crispy. She's getting real crispy in the mornings. It's not fun. But you see one of the humans come out of one of the homes, and he's holding up a locket. And he says, "Oi, look what I found! We were able to crack one of the homes. Deep inside, way down, and past a couple cellars. Found this."
Who has a couple cellars?
I don't know, but they make for good grave digging.
Wait, it's a grave?
Well, this whole place is a grave.
Oh, I suppose
Pretty
that
accurate.
is. Well, kind of weird when you say it out loud.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get paid to do this, so.
Yeah. You get paid to do your thing, I would get paid to stay up here.
Exactly. But hey, come on, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
What?
And he comes by and he holds out this locket, and it's a bronze locket with a pearlescent opal inlay. It's not able to open. I want Diamondback. Actually, no, the both of you make Arcana checks.
Ooh. Arcana.
Oh, jeez, I am on fire tonight. That's a natural 1 for me.
I was like, literally or metaphorically?
Yeah. I poke at it a couple times and like, doesn't seem to open easy.
Don't seem to open it easy. As you start focusing on it more, you realize, oh, it's getting warm. Getting real warm. Ah! Your sleeve's on fire.
Oh, shit. Oh.
What'd you get, Matt?
12.
12? It's not hard to tell that there's a very strong magical aura coming from.
I touch a lot of things I shouldn't, and that's one that I would not touch.
Oh, shit. I have the flames out and I start casting mending on my clothes.
I'm gonna get the seer to go look at this. You wanna come
How are you touching it?
with my hand?
With no fire or anything?
No.
No.
No. He starts looking around. No, not really.
Oh, okay. Weird.
You gotta just get the gist that Diamondback may have just sat a little too close to the fire without realizing it.
Distraction.
Yeah.
I thought it did that to you.
No.
Oh.
No.
Ah,
He goes over. Knocks on another house door. Seer! Seer! I think I got something for you. Hits it. Opens up this door. You see a younger halfling, like, just wild, sporadic hair just kind of sticking up and out, wearing Academy blacks. And you've known this seer for a while, and he's a bit of a crazy guy, but I mean, what else can you do? He's high up with the Academy ranks, and he's kind of heading this whole thing. He looks over. Oh, what is that? Did you find something? Oh, give it here. He just immediately grabs, pulls it down, fiddles with it, trying to open it. It's not working. Strong magical aura. Let me see. You see, like, he shuts his eyes, opens it up, and you start seeing the color wheels of all magical schools going through his eyes. And you see it turn into a bright red. Just, I see. Wait. He starts focusing a little bit more, and you see this red turn absolute piercing bright, as in, like, you guys have to kind of turn away from looking at it. That's a good find. Oh, you're gonna get paid well for this one. He just turns around, walks in, shuts the door behind him.
Are they supposed to glow red? Is that good?
With you guys in your Arcana, you know that any sort of divination magic, the way I run divination magics in this game is I use it level based. So the fact that it, like, the lower the level, the less bright the eyes would be, or any sort of identification. And if an item is of rarity or higher, I up the level on that. I up the level on all that. So in turn, you would have to use like a 5th level identify to try and identify something, but that also represents brighter. You've never seen somebody shine their eyes that brightly before. It's very powerful.
Yep, still not something I would touch.
Yeah, starting to agree with you on that. A little bit of mending on my sleeve.
You do that, and the burn marks are starting to go away. And your leathers are going back to that patina.
I'll tell you.
Well, that was an
One of
odd
that.
interaction. Team them.
what?
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Team them. It's been about a week and a bit on the road. You're bored out of your damn minds.
That's dangerous.
I feel like I would have started doing a prestidigitation to essentially do a laser pointer for spleen.
There it is again! Oh, it keeps following me!
Make a dexterity check.
Okay. Dexterity check. Nice. Fuck. Hey! Cat face, natural 20.
Natural 20.
23.
It's yours. Pounce. It's gone.
Run!
It's gone.
People's are blown wide. all fours. Do like whole paw thing.
This goes on for the next couple of days. It's relatively been quiet. The walk. Mogenthau.
Yeah.
You make it to Onver. It's this beautiful city that with a single river going right through the center.
Okay. Let me get my notes out.
Yep. Well, let me bring my notes up.
Are they dried now?
They're on Google Docs. What kind of person prints them? You walk into Old Town. It is an very much old town. It's very much a hodgepodge of architecture and just streets and randomness that goes from anywhere in any direction. It kind of just was best way to describe it is just one street will lead one way, do a turn, split off, that'll be it. And then the buildings represent very much the chaotic nature of just how quickly everything had been set up, but also just became fortified throughout the years. You're heading up to the hospital, the Soul Weavers Hospital, where you had personally trained. Eckhart is with you. If Eckhart wishes to split off, they may.
No. I think he'd
Nope.
still be here.
Yep.
Still got to go all the way out, so makes sense to stick together as long as we can.
Yep.
It's the whole point of the whole restructuring.
Exactly. You end up walking to the hospital, and it's this very Victorian-esque looking building, like a university campus. You see a lot of the students there in their whites, and you remember your time being there and just how everything sucked. But you made it through it. Going up to the front door, you see the half troll that you've always respected, Gurk.
Hey, Gurk.
Boog. How's it going?
Oh, you know. You go where they tell you, and you show up with a smile.
I tell you, it's the same thing, but at least I get to walk home every night. Where have you been?
Just heading up from Well, what was it? Brosnevik?
Blosnekvik. Yes, I know. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of things at you. Let's see what sticks.
Spaghetti method. It's fine.
Doing my best.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Aw.
Oh, Bloknesvik. Ugh. Can't say I miss home. Never liked it there. What are you here for?
I'm here on orders to see Annabelle herself.
Alabama. Oh, well. Follow me. I'm assuming you're coming with me. He points over to Eckerd.
Oh yes, this is my companion Eckerd.
Warmly, I can introduce myself. He extends a hand.
The half troll just takes the hand, gives it a firm shake.
I feel like he lifted Eckhart up along with it because Eckhart's solid but very light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you could feel your bones shake, they would be shaking at this point.
Yeah.
Mr. Warforged. Follow me.
It's Eckhart. Okay.
He turns around, walks through, going through the maze of this hospital. You see the usual riffraff, people in slings and odd ouch-gibibbles and boo-boos going through. Weaving into the more administrative sections, you finally make it to Alabel's personal office. Kirk just... Alabel? Visitor for you. Just give me a second, I'll be right there. Comes. You just see the door open. You see this old gnomish woman, the person who had once personally trained you, although she was quite younger at the time. But now in her old years, you see a tight-knit top bun, her wearing her chainmail underneath all of her whites, this beautiful white adorned robe with golden filigree and whatnot on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you see her look up and see the wrinkly smile that she always gives you. Odin! Come here!
Yes, ma'am. Big ol' hug.
Yep. And, like, she comes up to basically your thigh. Or more or less your hip. But it's still just a very pleasant hug. So, did you you got my orders? Good. Anything to report?
Not much that I can think of.
Same old, isn't it?
Yes, on the road. Keep finding a surplus of these mushrooms that we've been talking about, but not much any other findings.
Damn it. Well, shit. I thought... Thank you for the update. It's not what I wanted to hear, but, I mean, what else can we do? Don't know what the hell's going on. I'll have to do this. Did you get your orders from Violet Fury?
Did I get my orders from Violet Fury?
You did. It was a part of
Okay.
a part of the letters that you had received, and same with Eckhard's.
Then yes, ma'am, I have.
Good. Did he tell you that I'm going with you?
He did not.
Yeah, we're going to Ministad.
Eckhart half listening, like tilts his head as he hears that.
Oh, and you are?
Warmly, I am Eckhart.
Eckhard. Okay.
Extends his hand again.
Wait, I think I'm the one who did your soul binding.
Confused. Soul binding?
Oh, you're far beyond that. You're old. You might be one of the firsts. Interesting.
You hear what sounds like a sigh. If a sigh could be like auto-tuned, it'd be that.
Can we just get T-Pain to sigh for us?
About Chris Brown. Yeah.
Affirmative. I am old.
Oh, there's nothing wrong about being old.
So
We just
dejected.
don't know we don't know the effects of Warforged with prolonged age. Well, lack thereof. It seems like you've lost a lot of your emotions.
He just nods his head, like very. He seems hesitant to nod his head to like reveal his hand, as it were, but he does.
That's okay. And she immediately notices the insignia, the guild insignia on your your cloak.
Yep.
There's words here. I will eventually get them. Oh, you got marching orders as well.
Affirmative. Apparently, we are going together.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I'll grab my bags. We'll get them packed, and let's go.
Query: do you need assistance?
She turns around. I've gotten this far. My old age is gonna slow me down.
Insight check. I'm kidding.
Make it, fucker.
All right, I will. And
Was it a 10?
yes,
Okay.
You cut out.
Yeah, it was hard to tell.
I wasn't sure if I cut out or if everyone else cut out. But yes, it was 10.
All I heard was eh, and I'm like, oh, so he rolled. What did he roll?
10.
10.
Mhm.
She's cantankerous.
I like her.
Wait till you see her hasted.
A couple of minutes later, she comes back with a satchel just on her backside. All right, ready to go?
As will ever be, I assume. Or, Eckerd, is there anything else that you needed to take care of?
Pixie said no. This was a you thing. I am ready to go.
Excellent.
All right.
Now, as far as I can remember, you needed to go see Violet Fury.
All right.
B? Or,
Yes, Mr. Eckhard.
was it Violet Fury or was it Crimson Pride?
Violet Fury.
Then yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Mr. Eckhard, you have orders to go see Violet Fury?
Positive. Yes.
Ah, good. We'll walk you up there, but from at the Castle Anvar, we'll have to split our own ways.
Tilts his head.
All right, let's go.
Affirmative. And then we'll start moving on.
You guys move on from the castle, going through Old Town, weaving through, and you finally hit one of the main squares, follow the main roads, and you go across Silent Lilac's bridge. But before you do that, there's the guild house, just on the corner, right before the bridge. This beautiful mansion. Eckhard, this was your home away from home. Walking through the bridge, you end up going past. You go past Ashhorn's Hollow, a very luxurious neighborhood. That's on the right-hand side, but on the left is the pathway and the gardens and everything that leads up to Castle Anvar. It's this long, winding path up a hill, and it's very ostentatious, but at the top, you see one of the best views you could ever have in Anvar. When you guys get up there, you look across. Jeez. Jew! Luxurious palace. There's a luxurious place with floating crocodiles. That's a reference from the first campaign. You look up and over, and as you see the sun is setting, you see Old Town, the walls that cover and surround the city, the river that runs right through it, the beautiful reds and oranges. It is crisp, and a lot of the foliage is starting to turn brown, orange, yellows, and reds. And you walk into the castle. Alabelle immediately gets recognized by the secretary. She holds up the seal, and the secretary looks, nods, without a word, beckons you to follow. You do such, and as you start reaching one of the doors, Alabelle turns around. Mr. Eckhart, it's been a pleasure. I assume you can find your way to go see Violet Fury himself?
Affirmative. Yes, I can.
Perfect. Thank you for escorting my old friend. And I want to let you know that you are very appreciated. If I need any help, I will definitely come and find you. Okay?
Is this JT asking Jeremy, or is this?
A moment in the game.
This is yes.
Eckhart nods his head and just kind of about faces and heads where he needs to go.
Mogenthau, you see Eckhart turn around and start walking away. Do you say any goodbyes?
Pleasure traveling with you. I hope you have find what you're looking for and have a nice chat, I suppose.
Stops on a dime as you like start to speak, and like turns back around, and it's very off-putting to see like a Warforged do like an about face like that again. And he looks at you warmly. I will remember your accent. Then he does it again.
Okay.
Going through a bunch of corridors, you go by the archives. You had also had studied there once or twice during one of your group expeditions. You think it would be exciting, but really, it's not. But you also know of the ways to get down and go into the teleportation room. Eventually, you and Alabelle walk through. You have guards escorting you through. This castle is absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous peaked cathedral ceilings, intricate brickwork and inlay. It's very reminiscent of, well, home. Because this used to be one of the homes of your kind. Displacement and movement is not very befitting of the High Elves, but adapting and making it through is still a very humanoid trait.
More kind of affectionately is like running his hand along the wall and like feeling the stone.
Mm-hmm. It feels as if you were a kid walking through home again. It just feels right. The smells of the food cooking, jovial laughter, people working on their crafts so diligently. It's a time lost. But it's okay. You still have family, you still have home. Wherever that may be. Heading to a large door that has been intricately carved out showing a bunch of different signs of the schools of magic, opening up and walking down. Walking down. When you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you see a giant center part, a nice rotunda. A nice rotunda with a large cathedral ceiling and a dome that leads right to a center point. In the cobblestone, you see the teleportation circle, but you also see 8 different branches splitting off. You recognize each of the schools of magic. You know this to be a place where a lot of stuff will usually, like the higher end or the more secretive stuff, will get put. It's very much a safeguard as well as it is a teleportation spot. You look up and you see Master Summoner Orilla Ralphus. She looks at you, this half-elven woman. Beautiful red hair, high ponytail, summoning reds from the academy. She looks up. Are you ready? And Alabelle, oh please, I know what I'm doing. Just let me do it. As she does,
just like letting her lead the way.
Yep. As she does, she waves her hand, and you see the arcane intricacies starting to fly through the air. They land within each spot of the teleportation circle. See just light up. The arcane pulsing just weaving right through. You close your eyes. Yimmer, Diamondback. It's been a couple weeks since Merrick, the human that had found that trinket. It's still been quite boring, and you're really trying to get your food put into the food with very little success.
Switching it up too, like it's not just the same thing. It's like, how about this? How about this? Well, come on, I really tried this one. Like, just try it.
She's just looking at you. This older rotund woman with hair slicked right back. And she just looks at you with a giant pipe. I told you I don't fucking care.
How about if I gave you something to put in the pipe? Would that help?
I'll stick this in your pipe and you can fucking smoke it.
Oh, well, that's aggressive. I'll leave you to it. And he just backs away.
You think I'm aggressive? You should see my sister Lapertia.
Well, I'm sure she's not as good a cook as you.
You're goddamn right. Keep smooth talking me that way.
Yeah, one day you'll let me slip something in again.
Turns around, she gives you the dead eye.
I think Yimmer winks at her.
Just you wink. Then your knees start trembling.
Oh, this can't be good.
You try to take a step forward to make another point, and you realize, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, I won't. Away I go.
The night seems to be going fair, but you hear a lot of rustling in the distance. The both of you back on that rampart, but you're now facing east. It sounds like there's a lot of commotion going on, and you don't know what the heck's going on. I would like the both of you to make perception checks.
Ready.
Hey,
that's better.
9.
19.
Sorry. My friend sent me a meme. I'm gonna send this to you guys.
Oh no.
God damn it, Grace.
Water on everything.
Oh. Can we get that added to the intro video?
Just in the background for the DM.
So, okay. 19.
19.
And Yimmer?
9.
9? I mean, it's not hard to hear commotion, but Diamondback, you start honing in your ears and you're like, shit. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I think more than just bears screwing out there.
And a lot of this rustling is coming out. There seems to be like a fair plane between the tree line and where the ramparts start. And you notice 4 or 5 humanoid shapes bursting out. It's kind of hard to tell because it's dusk. And you're looking... With your perception checks, you realize, shit, they're human? Human, a dwarf, couple humans, 3, 4, shit. You point them out to Yimmer and be like, these guys are running from something.
That can't be good.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of... are we the only 2 kind of mercenaries on this, or are there more sort of guard type folk around?
No, they're guard type folk. You guys are more or less just walking the ramparts because you're bored out of your mind.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of yell out, "Hey, I think we got something out this way. Don't know exactly what yet, but it sounds big and scary."
The guards look up and they start gathering their swords and whatnot and getting ready to go, and they make it out. As they make it to the front door, you see the door just get kicked right in. Sorry if that was too loud.
I'm just in the moment.
Fair. Just also trying not to blow somebody's eardrums out. Anyway, you see the door get kicked in, and you see this rotund, dark-skinned man carrying one of his mates on top. It's just scrawny kid, ginger hair, very pale in complexion. All right, we need help here. We've been attacked. We've been ambushed. We've been running for days. You better run in and hide. Put out all fires. Let's go. And a bunch of people start following through.
Do people start packing up then, or like what's the general mood of the camp?
The general mood of the camp is, well, these random strangers come in, you hear commotion on the outside, and the guards just shut the door behind and slide the latch, slide one of the latches, one of the uppers, one of the lowers, and because you're hearing the commotion, but these 5 humanoids just came in. Now you guys are getting a better look. You see like a guy wearing a bunch of different leathers. Hair is kind of like shaved on the sides. You see not a mohawk, but more or less just like a swishback. Right. What am I gonna tell you? There's nothing here for us to do. That's not the right accent. This is what I'm going for. Right here. Boys, we're getting ambushed.
What?
Yeah.
Gotta fight. We got a white drake coming in hot. No, we need to get going.
Well, they sure as shit ain't paying us for that.
Yeah. It's a little more than an ambush, I'd say.
Right. Where are my manners? I'm Rascon. This is Belwas, Philly, Crick, Mur.
Well, nice to meet you all. Wish you were under better circumstances. I'm like...
Yeah. Guys, keep going. Let's move.
Well, I mean, we got fortifications here. Where the hell else is there to run?
Inside. Trust me, I've been in here before. I know there's a couple exit tunnels out there, so let's go.
Right.
Okay, well, I don't
Alright.
want to deal with the Drake, so here we go.
Yeah, let's go. As you guys are starting to run into the main square, you hear goosh, goosh. You hear a lot of the door being battered. Best way to describe it. But overhead, large, loud screaming noise. It is a roar. And given that you just got told that there's a white drake coming this way, kind of sounds like it. Looking over, it flies over. And it is large. Very large. Right, boys. Let's go. Light in. Let's do this.
Run. As it's flying around, are there any like torches or any bit of flame I can see that it might be within about 10 feet of, possibly?
You're running around, so you will definitely, if you're actively trying to use thaumaturgy to snuff them.
No, I was actually gonna see if I could pop pyrotechnics on it.
Ooh. Oh. Tell me more. Oh my.
I was gonna say, basically, if there's a part where I can just like quickly stop and eyeball like even like just a small bit of fire that it's about within 10 feet of, I'm gonna try and just pop a quick pyrotechnics and see if I can blind it.
A quick pyrotechnics to see if you can blind it. All right. Make a dexterity. What is Yeah, I say make a dexterity because you're trying to aim it into the sky and like.
Yeah.
You're trying to line it up and load it.
All right, that nabbed me a 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
You're trying to aim and follow this thing. It is moving way too fast. You're still going to fire it off because you've already lit it. You definitely caught its attention with that one because all yours.
Keep running!
Keep running.
How far away is it from us?
It's floating in the air. It seems to be circling. It's not really making its way in. You guys are scrambling. In about 5 minutes, you kind of packed everything you kind of needed. And you see Razkan just, right, well, in here, let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Given your knowledge of the area and how everything is, you know this is one of the exit doors to get like into a tunnel. Mm-hmm. And this one of these tunnels you both have thoroughly explored and know that it will actually lead out.
Okay.
Right, let's move. Move. Let's go. Come on, everybody get in.
Okay.
Everybody is scrambling. You hear the commotion just going on. You see the chef. She's just, you see this large pack on her back, just moves up, and she's carrying the seer with her other hand, just pulling him along. He's kind of just flailing in the air. Alex, I don't need this. Why are you doing this? I can fight this thing. Just. Merrick and everybody else starts following through. You make it to the door. You shut both latches. Latch. Shift right up. All right. Belwaz turns to you, the big rotund man, and he looks. Well, that was not fun, but we can rest a little bit. Razkan, there's no rest for us, boy. Let's go. Come on. Follow me.
Okay. Follow?
Yep.
Yep.
So, tell me, what are you guys doing here? You guys haven't been here since we passed through.
Well, I mean, what does anyone do in an old abandoned place that fell to a war? You go around what's left of it, look for anything shiny.
That's actually fair. Very fair. Hey, well, you find anything?
Yeah, some of the eggheads did. We're just, I don't know, glorified security, I guess.
Eggheads. You mean the one? You mean that one? And you see Orland still in the chef's hand. She's not letting him go. The egghead looks up. He's not flailing anymore. He just kind of gave up, kind of like a toddler on a leash. He looks up. I found this, and he holds up the locket. That's it? That's all you found?
It's
Well-
got some.
Was it? Well, yeah. Everything's been magically sealed. I haven't been able to break any of these things. It takes a long time. You think just that the spell magic does this shit? No. You gotta understand how the magic works, how it all flows together, and then hope it does fire back in your face. How do you think I got this hair?
I thought it was an artistic expression.
He just looks back and forth. He's like, whatever. What are you guys doing out there? Razkan looks. That's a bit of a classified as what that is. And Bell was, oh, for God's sakes. No, we're trying to make contact with the Tabaxi tribes up in the mountains. Fine. We're trying to meet up with the Johnny. We heard his exploits were legendary. If we can get them on our sides, we could probably get a lot more firepower against the White Hand. They seem to be moving a lot.
Cats do tend to do that.
Yeah, these boys. He knows what he's doing. I've always trusted him. He's an old pal of mine from the way back times. But we need to get back. I need to get a message out to Violet Fury. Do any of y'all know any of those magics? Orland looks up. No. I see things, I don't send things.
And
I
he
wish
says
it
it all.
did.
And I kind of point at him and just sort of whisper, well, I can do that kind of magic this close, and sort of cast message. But if you're looking for farther than that, sorry, partner.
Fuck. Please tell me you guys have sheep.
Sorry?
Sheeps. Do you guys have sheeps? Boats. Canoes.
Oh.
Water rafts. Something to get us off this bloody fucking thing.
Do we?
Those?
You guys actually do have a bit of a port set up on the Alsko River. That'll lead you down a little bit further and get you to the town of Alska, and that way you will be able to get your way, move out to Menestad. It was the route you took to get in.
And is that away from or blocked by the Drake?
Away. Everything that pertains to Falskallan is west. I guess your perspective is west.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in the far east reaches.
Okay.
There's still very much a lot of country in between you and where a lot of the Orcish tribes have been.
Okay.
But that's very far. Like to see any orcs would technically be very dangerous, but also be very rare. It's not foreseen. Hobgoblins and goblinoids, on the other hand. But either way, you guys are moving away from Big Bad.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Eventually, you guys make it to the clearing. I'm sorry. It sucks sometimes having a slight delay.
It's all good.
You guys make it to a clearing, and you hook up to the main path. Everybody keeping vigil, but you don't hear. You hear the Drake off in the background, but nothing.
Now, if you don't mind me
Nothing.
asking,
Yep.
I'm
Sorry. Keep on.
oh, thanks. We've been out here for months, ain't seen anything much scarier than a bugbear. How the hell that thing get pissed off?
Razkan looks at Belwaz. Belwaz looks at Grick. Grick looks at Philly, and Philly looks at Mur. And Mur looks back at Razkan. They all immediately point at each other.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, and Philly, the kid who was being carried by Belwaz, pipes up. Well, I mean, all I wanted was a fire. It's cold out.
Well,
Might I suggest flint and tinder next time?
Razkan looks. The kid's good. He just lacks a bit of wisdom sometimes.
get that with age.
Right. Team them. You've made it to Menestad, and now we will go with what you guys have wanted to do. Spleen, you split off, and you go north of Noon Square. You go out into the forest for a couple of days. I would like for you to make one a survival check, another one a wisdom check. Straight wisdom.
Okay. I do have the Wanderer feature of Outlander. I'm having excellent memory.
Okay, when it comes to land travel?
Yeah, maps and geography.
Okay.
And
That
you
she's
can recall
been
the
to.
general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
Perfect. Then does that make it at advantage, or is that just
There's the detail. It doesn't actually specify.
Yeah, and this is in addition, I could find food and water.
make it at advantage and the DC is lowered because, well, Wanderer.
Okay. So wisdom and survival. So survival is
wisdom based.
yeah. So just okay. So just survival at advantage. I get 2 dice. Okay, I like that one better. That one. Numbers. 23 for survival.
23 for survival.
And then you said wisdom for the next one.
Yep.
Can I also, along the trip, look for really pretty flowers or really cool sticks that I find?
I mean, with that survival check, you can find any fucking stick you can find.
Yeah, like really cool ones. Think she'll like them.
Walk through the forest, you see a bunch of pansies, and I mean, a lot of them are starting to wilt a lot because you're getting into the winter, you're getting into the autumn time. Things are not things are dying, but finding interesting trees to get a stick off of is not hard enough. It's not that hard to do. And like a couple of really nice birch branches, and the bark on it is kind of starting to flake, but it's beautiful. Like just a nice and everything's kind of easy. So you pick it up and you're just like axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna find flexible vines or something like that so I can weave something cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Even the flowers like this. Bitches love sticks. And I had to roll wisdom, is that correct?
Yes, wisdom, please. Is it wise to give a bitch a stick?
I have 17 wisdom.
Nice.
A stick.
You find the spot where you had encountered said spectral being before, and you lay everything out. One day goes by. 2 days go by. How long are you willing to stay out here?
One month.
I mean, given that you're accustomed to living outdoors and hunting and doing all these things, and you have done it for years, it's not hard to say that you can do that. You can't do that.
I just go feral again.
So you stay there. A week goes by. Still not a lot going on. But during one of the nights, you feel a presence.
Is it like my totems again?
You've had visitations from your totems. You're not paying enough child support.
What the?
You know, especially with a newborn croc.
I know. I gotta get it trained.
Yeah, well, what have you've been training that thing during the time?
Oh yeah.
So
Do that.
You've been doing that, training the newborn croc. You haven't come up with a name with it, have you?
I feel like I did. I forgot it.
I think you did. I don't remember
I
what
thought you
it
named
was.
it Bryony.
It's gonna be Bree. Not full Brian, but Bree. Bree.
You're trying to meditate, and you're trying to figure out how to get to contact this thing, and Bree's just and you're just kind of running around. You see it come back. It has a mouse in its mouth.
Yeah! Oh shit! Good
Out of
job.
the corner of your eye, you just see movement. Just you look over. You see nothing.
I crouched down low.
You look in the direction where you'd seen everything. Nothing. And again, out of the corner of your eye, just you see nothing.
I looked up at Bree. Did you see that?
You look down at Bree. Bree's looking up at you with those really cute yellow eyes.
There's nothing in between them.
You also notice that the arrangement that you had been shifted.
Is that you? Don't be shy.
1 moment pass. 2 moments pass. You hear nothing.
That's okay. I'm patient. If that's you.
As this is going on, Howard, how?
We'll check on her periodically with a message ascending.
All you hear is just random screaming in the background every time you do it.
Sounds about right.
And also, like, just the kids screaming in the ear mic, like the old Xbox Live days.
Hello!
Every time Halsterian's just watching Howard just go.
Can you hear me?
She's still doing it.
You guys make it to the parliamentary offices, and you head to the archives. Walking up the stairs, you still see the statue of a dragon, and the garden's kind of being culled and tended to still, whatever the wintertime perennials can have. Heading in, you go right to the archives. You see Scrubber there. He's still kind of doing his thing. But then all you hear is, Goose?
Elris?
Goose! He comes right in, does a tackle hug on you.
Nope.
Hits you to the floor.
Hey, Elris.
Goose! How have you been? Honestly, this is the best time you've come here because everything is kind of cleaned up and organized again. Better. Jarek wasn't really happy with me with my organization skills. I don't know why. I just think that they... Help!
Up we go. And I'm just gonna sit there and hope I don't get tackled again.
You guys see a blue water genasi sweating, and he's just happy as ever. So Jarek had actually moved on. He's back in Onver. He was doing a little more research down in Castle Onver. But he sends his regards, especially to you. He looks over to Hal.
Hey now.
Remind me, Steve, did we decide to tell both of them?
I mean, we wanted to have Spleen tell Jarok.
Yeah, we probably held off for now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this of you guys. It is 10 o'clock. This would be the normal shutdown time, but since we started a little bit late, do you want to keep moving? Do you want to keep going?
I'm good.
Anyone not good with that?
Yeah, please.
I want to say I got about 30 more minutes.
Okay, well, I'll try and make this quick. Obviously, I couldn't get... I'm not going to be able to get everything I wanted to do in first session done, but that's okay. So...
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll finish the little interactions here.
Yeah, because my throat's starting to...
Okay, so...
upset.
Oh, no.
10 more minutes, sweetie. All right. So do you guys tell Elris?
No, not yet.
I mean, I suppose we could tell him. It's the real... Yeah...
I mean...
The amusement comes from the interaction between Jarok.
Jarok isn't here, so we could.
So, Elris.
Yeah?
You can't tell Jarok.
Why? What did he do? What did you do? Wait.
It's what he will do.
Yes. It's about NC.
Yeah? What about him?
Turns out he's a dick.
Well, he was always a bit of a dick.
No, he left on purpose.
What?
He fought us when Kessel Onver was attacked a few months back.
You see his eyes go wide. You're telling me Onver and Minas were attacked and NC was a part of the attacks?
Yes.
Oh man, this is heavy.
Uh-huh. And just gonna brace him.
He just kind of
breathe. Breathe.
That shit was hell. I don't know what you guys have gone through, but we were attacked here. There was fire everywhere. It sucked. We were
Yes.
keeping the archives as intact as we did. You noticed
Honestly, thank you for doing so. We had
Sorry.
delays.
No. Go, you do your thing.
I'm glad you were able to keep it as intact as you did. We, well, I got a glimpse of an orc with 7.
What?
Yes.
You can't talk about that much either. It's
That's more
pretty hush right now while they're figuring things out.
There's a lot happening, and it's significantly bigger than us.
Yeah.
And I thought the worst thing was that fucking little gnomish girl on that fucking pony.
What?
Wait.
Fuck! I don't know.
No, we're not letting that one go. That sounds too familiar. Did she have red hair?
Explain.
I mean, yeah.
Damn it.
You know, we thought better of it. We should have just listened to our brains. Why do we never do that, Hal?
Because we don't kill teenagers? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's for good people, not smart people. I don't know. No, that sounds stupid.
I knew she
fucking
was
kid.
trouble. She's from Menestar, and I don't want to.
What happened, Elris?
She came in with this fiery red pony. I don't know. She came out of nowhere, and then everything else happened. More fire elementals, more elementals. It was chaos. It's the first thing I saw. I hit the deck, and I tried to
Wait.
save the archives.
Fire elementals followed her.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
After the surprise I got with NC, this is not as much of a surprise.
But I thought Lasharis... I don't know.
Wait, have you guys been to the guild yet?
No.
It is looking really rough.
From elementals?
Yeah, they attacked it too. I helped pull Glam out of the rubble.
She's alright.
She never
She's fine.
mentioned that to us.
Glam likes to keep that one on the down low. I know I'm not guild, but I like to check in on her.
Yeah. That's just more nightmares. No pun intended, Hal. Maybe we should just listen to Spleen sometimes. And that's a horrible statement. Kill the fucking kid.
No,
No, keep going. I just felt like that was a really funny moment. It's like, let's kill the kid, and then we're gonna end the next moment. But a lot has happened.
So where is Jarok now?
Jarok's back, Castle Umber.
Okay.
Shame that we missed him.
As you guys are talking about this, Mogenthau,
Yeah.
you're heading up with Alabel, and you see you apparate into this room. It's the same as it was back in Castle Onver. You're met with one of the summoners, and they lead you out. You walk up the giant set of stairs, you turn the corner, and right in front of you is the archives, where you see a tiefling, a half-elf, a water genasi, just talking, having rapid, flailing arms, and Alabel looks and pipes up, Howard, Halsterian!
Annabelle, you're here.
You're here? Oh, I was not expecting you. Come, I'll show you to my friends. Shh, Mo.
Tough follows and is just kind of like, hello.
This is my friend. I, helped train him. His name is Mo. Well, Mogenthau. I'll let him do the introductions.
Hello, my name is Mogenthau Tiberius Eugene Montgomery. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Howard,
The tiefling. You first.
the goose.
Interesting name you have.
The tiefling in front of you bows a bit. Halsterian.
That is a lovely name.
Thank you. We try and keep things short around here. Calling me simply Hal will do in most cases.
Good to know, good to know. My friends call me Mogan, or if you are Alabel, you get to call me Mo.
Morgan it is, then.
You guys are making your introductions. Yeah, so, I'm here to actually meet an old friend of mine. Yeah, but, also, Mo, you were supposed to... What were you supposed to do here?
Here and your orders, ma'am.
Right. Yeah, she just starts giggling. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Actually, I requested you to actually be a part of their team.
Oh,
How
us.
fortuitous that we meet, then.
Yeah. Did you guys not hear about the initiatives?
No,
Wait.
ma'am.
So
We heard a
you're-
little.
Yes, you're part of the Soul Wheelers Consortium, then.
Yes.
All right. That makes sense. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're trying to. Crimson Pride was really worried about some of the people. A bunch of her teams haven't come back, especially the Brandish Bards. They've been gone for a while.
Really?
Yeah, we don't know where they went.
That is concerning.
Yeah, I had a bad feeling about that. Now it's
But-
worse.
But it's okay. We're trying to make concerted efforts to keep everybody alive and safe. So I've pledged a bunch of my my first medics to guild teams, and Mo is my star pupil. He will.
Making me blush.
You have a natural gift.
Stop it. And he's blushing.
You're one of the few people I can actually train in soul bending. I can. So, you keep these guys alive. They kept me alive. They were a part of the tribe of Castle Umber.
Whoa, Albel. Hold on. I can't take credit for that.
Fingers points it right up. You shush. Now, let's go to the guild office. We need to settle everything in, and I'm gonna have to go see my friend. I'm gonna have to go see Sabrak. Fuck.
I love her.
I'm not going to look forward to that conversation. But either way, let's go. And she just starts just walking away.
Mogan's used to just following her lead.
Yep. You guys start walking, realize, turns around, points at you two. You're coming with me, whether you like it or not. Let's go.
Oh. Okay. See you later, Elvis.
Bye. I'll be here.
Yeah, keep in touch.
You guys walk through the town, and you definitely see this battle scars and the war torn that had happened. Not from the Midsummer's Festival, but new. Some buildings have been taken down. You see a lot of the burning that had happened. This place had been thoroughly wrecked. You can understand why martial law has been enforced in this town. You make it to the guild office, and you notice that it has been half burned. A lot of the structure has now been exposed. You open the door.
Is the door intact?
Door. Oddly enough, it is fairly fortified. Open it up. You see Glam. She opens the door. Her small gnomish form, her pink hair, half singed off. She's got an undercut on the one side. She tried to make the best of it and did a side do with it. But you see a large gash crossing her face. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode.
Glad you didn't tell us that.
I didn't want anybody to know. I want to thank D&D Beyond for sponsoring us tonight. I want to thank everybody who's come back for the first episode of the second season. I'm so happy to have you here. And I'm glad that we're all back together. And obviously I got my DM jitters out of the way pretty damn quickly. But Yimmer, Diamondback, Mogenthau, welcome to the group.
Thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
I'm looking forward to the shenanigans and everything that'll happen. Sorry that we started late. I had a emergency call and needed to quickly go and do my job. Oddly enough, I was dressed and ready to stream when I got that call. So the client got to see me dressed like this.
I was gonna ask, did you go there all fancy?
Eyeliner and everything.
Yes.
The funny thing was, she said, well, "What did I take you away from date night?" I'm like, "I was presenting."
I hope you got extra for the look.
Yeah, I did. But with that, we are still in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of turbulent times in the world. I just want you guys to be safe, social distance, wash your hands, wear a mask, don't be a dick, and just be kind to each other. We need more of that in this world. But with that, I gotta ask you all one question. Do you dare to imagine? Have yourselves a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
round.